Coming to you live and uncensored. This is the Hype Podcast. I'm oh so fresh with my co-host, yet to be named.
That's me. We talk about everything from new gadgets, gizmos, politics, movies, and music.
And our very own personal stories, because you know a motherfucker has to keep it real.
Hey, we should tease them. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. All right, let me just test now.
Yeah.
Oh my God. 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 Oh my God.
DJ
Oh my
set like
God.
that.
Oh my God. I will
Dude.
fuck you up, Angela.
Dude, well, we gotta like make a fucking song and start some tracks like that. And we gotta use the noises from the show. You know what I'm saying? Dude. Why don't we fucking tease a Hype Podcast rap album?
Like an album?
Like an album.
Like we're going to go on tour?
Dude, we might. I mean, listen, it'd be like Eminem and Bo Burnham had a baby.
So at what scale would we tour? Will we do like the casino circuit, or will we do, or will we do major venues?
Now listen,
you really you have to plan out what our career is going to be before we start.
I'm going to exclude the casino circuit because I wouldn't make any money. I just gamble it all away. I'd give it right. Like they could just give me like in-store credit, like Walmart when you fucking return something. I'm just saying.
Or when the motherfuckers want to mail you a check.
Yeah.
You know I don't live at that goddamn address. You think I give a motherfucker like you a Walmart my real address?
Yeah, right. Yeah, when they ask you for the phone number and shit.
You hungry hippo in purple leggings. The fuck you think I'm gonna let you know where the fuck I live?
He said, "You hungry hippo effing ass bitch, fucking Barney looking half dressed motherfucker."
There's a Subway right next to your register, and you've never been there.
Eat fresh.
I'm sorry. I'm here and I'm fucking shaming, and I'm gonna tell you why. But first, I gotta tell you, this is the Hype Podcast.
I am the host with no name.
I'm DJ Oh So Fresh,
and we're kicking it with you every single Sunday right here on the Hype Podcast. We have a great show for you today, as you might have heard.
We don't know.
Oso's fat shaming. That's what we're going to start the show with. Well, speaking of, let me get this out real quick. Did you see the cover of the UK Cosmo, where they have the very large chick on like the Game of Thrones looking like chair?
I did see that. Yeah,
I'm going to be honest. I'd smash.
Oh, I totally smash.
Yeah, she's fucking beautiful. I mean, minus the diabetes and, heart problems.
You can't assume that.
Dude, listen.
That's assuming fat people have diabetes and heart problems.
I'm not
It's like assuming that black people have bad credit. Yes, it happens. It happens.
I'm literally
but not
playing the
every
odds.
motherfucker has
I'm
that.
playing the odds, okay? I'm saying I don't want a fucking 45-year-old ex-supermodel, any size, having fucking health issues like the bulimia and anorexia bitches. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that either. Give me a nice, healthy sized woman.
I am not going to sign up long term with a woman that can slide a kilo of cocaine in the slits of her fat. That bitch is big. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not shaming her. I'm just saying. I totally smash. I mean, does that keep me from it being shame? I mean, shaming. Like if I say I smashed, then I understand. Me too. Yeah, me too. I don't know.
Here's
I'm just saying. Yes, I seen her. Yes, Hey, there's been some days.
No, here's the gig.
There's some days. I can't say I went against the heavyweight champion, but I've seen some shit in that range has gotten smashed on this clock.
Yeah.
So I am not shaming, but I'm just saying I can't go long term with a bitch that can hide a kilo of cocaine between the rolls of her fat.
No, I love my favorite portion of this whole thing is like, okay, clearly this broad has done a tremendous thing. Like she's achieved a tremendous feat, right?
Stop saying it's big.
Yeah.
She's done something. She's done something commendable. You know what?
She's on a large scale. She has done a grand thing. Anyway, No, what my favorite part is like all these people are on the internet that are like, all bodies, they're beautiful. Stop shaming. And then when people are like, dude, they're literally like, hopefully she's healthy and maybe just a large person. And they're like, oh my God, that's fat shaming. Like, no, let's be real about it. The bitch is fat.
You say your favorite part. There's a lot of parts of her to be your favorite. Just saying.
No, but it's, dude, she's doing way more than we are sitting at the fucking Hype podcast right now.
Every time you say that, she's doing way more.
I think you're focused on the wrong set of terms here. Okay. No, she's done a lot of things. Way more than us.
There was a lack of things that she
Do you want me to speak in conundrums? Should I fucking Yoda speak it like done more she has with her life?
She hasn't done a lot of daily walks.
Is it safe to say she hasn't? Nobody could walk a lot of miles in those shoes. I'm just saying. No, but she's on the cover of a fucking magazine. That's awesome. That's great.
That's dope. I'm not on the cover of any magazine.
Yeah, and so, but what really gets me is like
crap.
Yeah, what really gets me is like I had a slice of pizza on the way over here. I'm not on a fucking magazine, but this is what gets me.
You're drinking fucking Red Bull.
When people get there and they're like, you shouldn't shame people. Like, nah, that's the definition of being great. If there's not mediocre people in this world, greatness doesn't fucking mean shit. Without a few rainy days, the sun doesn't matter.
You know, I'll tell you like this. I am a horrible fucking person because I have, up to a certain point in my life, I changed a new leaf. I had to pull the AK off the shelf today to talk about this bitch. But usually I don't really comment. I try not to comment on people's weights because I think that's, you know, I mean, I shamed somebody in high school and they felt really bad. And, you know, and after that, I kind of just let it go. Even though, man, I grew up roasting motherfuckers all the time. So, man, I had jokes. I could talk about how fat your mama was.
Yeah. No, that's kind of my point, though. Like, when I was in college, I was really heavy into fucking breakdancing, which I still do, you know, here and there. But I was doing it every day back then.
Heavy.
And there was this college mate of mine. He was in, you know, at the same school on the same campus.
Did you?
And he was when
you went to university. This college mate of mine. You guys at fucking Oxford.
Can I tell my goddamn story?
I'm just trying to paint some color in here. He's like, this college mate of mine.
Hey, that's some heavy color. All right.
Yeah.
No, so he's on the same campus, and he had done a lot of drugs, like admittedly, and he was, you know, he was on the spectrum. Like he might have been a little autistic. Well, he was like, oh yeah, I've been breakdancing for like 20 years. And the dude was like 21, right? So everyone's like, oh shit, you gotta go dance battle this guy is like a big joke, right?
Before I could walk.
Yeah, right.
Was a little motherfucker up there doing the worm?
Yeah, right. Just to get places instead of crawling. He's like, he gets them.
He was pumping his body on the floor.
Yeah, right.
No, you were just horny little guy.
Yeah. So my classmates are like, oh yeah, you should dance battle this guy, and talked him into like wanting to dance battle me. So I'm like, dude, I'm like, this guy's a fucking nutcase, dude. No way.
Hold on. Was this before or after? Which dance movie was out when this?
Oh, this is like You Got Served era.
This is back then. You Got Served era. Okay,
yeah. So
you have to put a dance movie in the timeline.
Absolutely. So I got to throw some credit out there. But yeah, so like we end up doing this shit, and it's fucking hilarious. People are recording it, and they're like, oh yeah, and he's having a grand old time. This is what let me know like he was on the spectrum. He didn't care. He thought it was fun. He thought it was funny, this and that. Well, a couple months after I graduated, so maybe like 18 months after this whole dance battle ensemble happened,
okay,
he was in like a 5-story hotel room and threw himself out the window. I shit you not. Like no,
wow, I'm not supposed to laugh.
No.
This is a light show.
Yeah.
I'm set up to laugh at your joke, regardless of how bad it is. Sometimes threw himself out the fucking window. Yeah.
And so
you didn't even tell me who won the battle.
No, of course I did. But no, minor semantics. I wasn't going to brag, but yes, I was the heavyweight champ in that sense.
I beat this motherfucker so bad.
Yeah. No, so
that he jumped out a window.
So that was the joke. Like, all my schoolmates fucking called me up and they're like, dude, he never got over it. And I'm like, oh, you son of a bitch. Like, don't put that on me. That's fucking messed up.
What'd you do? Win the battle and like teabag him or something? What the fuck did you do? I won the battle. Nuts in your face. You got
they
served.
found drugs and alcohol in the hotel room. Like, he was fucking high off his ass and was like, hey, fucking away she goes. So, yeah, but a friend of mine who was in computers with me.
I hope if you throw yourself off a building, I don't recommend this. I mean, this is not the tip of the day, but I hope if you throw yourself off a building, there are some drugs and alcohol involved.
Yeah, really.
I mean, because motherfucker, you was just crazy.
Yeah.
We just didn't know.
Yeah, but so a buddy of mine who I was in computer science with, like, he was a nerdy little rapper, you know, and like just in-home type of stuff. He wrote rhymes all the time, and he had enough computer skills to where, like you and I, he could record whatever the fuck he wanted. So he recorded a couple songs about just fucking computer science, just nerdy shit. And this dude,
computer science,
yeah, the same dude that dance battled me, he was like, oh yeah, dude, I've been rapping for like 10 years. And so he had like his own little like private gig. He's like, oh dude, come record some music. And it was like that fucking dude, what's his face? The guy with 69 tatted on his face. You know who that is? Yeah, that guy. Yeah, so, no. And so this guy, like, they were kind of making fun of him, but at the same time, they're like, hey, you know, fucking live your dream. Let's go get get a microphone in front of you. And so he recorded some of the worst raps, like, ever. So they dubbed his raps over our dance battle. And then, like, had some, like, stick figure dude, like, comic, like, running and jumping out of a building. And I was like, that's messed up. I felt really bad about that. But it's on YouTube. You can't take it back.
You know, I'm kind of speechless. You know, I've sent you some foul shit off Reddit. You know, I mean, I have to say, like, I don't send out pictures like I used to. Why? Because I'm a fucking depressed old asshole of a black man. But I mean, in my best days, I will send you some of the most morbid shit where you're just like, what the fuck? Where do you find this? Yeah. That is horrible. I even been in the My Little Pony room on Reddit. The Brony room.
The what?
The Brony room.
What the fuck is the Brony room?
It's dudes that like My Little Pony.
Is that like 4chan fucked a monkey and you get the Brony room?
Yeah, kind of like that. It's like some crazy shit. Like some shit. I've seen some shit. I will tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I've seen some shit on the internet that will never go away. But you know,
none of it ever goes away.
I mean, that will never go away in my mind. It was burnt in. So if I do something fucked up, hey, it was from the internet. See, your story about drugs and fat people went wrong. How is
this my story about drugs and fat people?
My story about drugs and fat people went right. I mean, I had a friend named Connie, and I was in high school. Yeah, because she got pregnant at the same time as
you did.
My baby mama got pregnant.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
We were all going to the fuck up high school together. Connie had always been, let's say, a portly girl, and then pregnancy did not help that out.
Right.
So what does Connie do? Connie gets on meth. For about 6 months. And motherfucker, you know what? Connie got hot. I can't fucking lie. I was like, whoa. I know you don't know my daughter's mom, but goddamn, Connie.
So the moral of this story is, be like Connie gets skinny. Be like Connie.
She got off it. It just was like, fuck it. I'm skinny.
What? She's like, yeah, I'm skinny. Fuck it. I'm done. Diet. 6 month diet plan.
You know, if you're listening to this and you might be overweight, this is the type of shit that puts Jenny Craig out of business.
Dude, did Connie have any teeth left?
Nice. I mean, she did. I think she did 6 months a year. She was cool.
6 months for how many years?
About 6 months a year. I mean, she dropped the weight.
6 months for just 1 year.
Yeah,
like not 6 months every year.
No.
Like
this was like one transformation. I mean, I don't know. I'm old. It's been a while. I mean,
did she sleep in that 6 months? Do we know?
I don't know what the fuck the bitch did. All I know is I saw her when she graduated from high school, and then I saw her about a year later, and I was like, "You're almost the business."
You could have just wrote like a diss track about her and fucking saved her all that money. Were you rapping back then?
I was attempting, but I everybody can get upset about this episode because we've been shaming all episode.
We have not been shaming shit.
But Eminem got in trouble. There's a new Eminem album.
I actually heard about that just this morning.
You just heard about it this morning?
I just heard it this morning.
Oh my God. So let me just paint the week for you, my friends. There's a great story that I need to hear from you, but I think we need to paint how Friday went down. So just the weekend, Friday morning, I wake up, new Eminem album.
Right.
Oh my God.
And today was a good day.
Yeah, I didn't even have to use my AK. So I'm sitting there, new Eminem album, and I'm seeing all this buzz, and I'm like, oh shit, this looks like it might be the one. I get on there, Eminem. If you are an Eminem fan and are just tired, tired of him randomly popping up every once in a while since the Eminem show. I mean, let's be fucking honest. We got the Slim Shady LP. We got, great trilogy of albums.
Yeah.
And you were lucky to have a trilogy. But, dude, you've lived off that shit.
Yeah.
No, this motherfucker came back scathing. If you walked in front of him in traffic sometime in the last year, you were on that album getting your shit talked about. If you happen to be sitting in front of Eminem cutting wind at the movie theater, he's going to take down your name, and he probably talked about you on that album. I mean, your Lil Yachty's, your Iggy Azaleas. I mean, hey, he was
17 different people in a matter of 8 songs. He just obliterated.
I tell you, I do it for a business, but I really don't fuck with the music. I'm cool. I mean, I'd rather do drugs. I'll be honest. Just be honest with you. I'd rather do fucking drugs than listen to some of this music that's out. It's like, oh, the drugs make the music better. No, really. If I mix drugs with some of this shit that's out, I want to jump off buildings too. And then and when they find me on the ground, I'll have Lil Yachty playing on repeat in my phone.
Fucking Lil Pump.
Yeah, Lil Pump, Lil Xan. And then they'll go back in my room and like, oh, there was drugs, alcohol, and shitty rap. This motherfucker wanted to die. Because it's one of those things. If I wouldn't have jumped out the window, my brain would have exploded from this bullshit.
No, you know what's funny?
Bullshit.
You know what's funny? What did they say about gangster rap in the 90s? You remember what they said? It made people prone to violence, right? Now, rap today is making people prone to throwing themselves out the window.
No, there's a lot of rap where people really kill themselves. Makes you want to kill yourself. Like that XXX like that motherfucker. Like I look at him and Tekashi 69 and I'm just like, you motherfuckers really want to kill yourselves. I mean, they seem like, I think the first rapper I heard that motherfuckers would get suicidal over was like Kid Cudi.
Yeah.
Kid Cudi had like some emotional ass shit. Like there's just who puts this shit out?
No, you know what's happening today? You know what's fucking happening is all these rappers are developing fucking suicidal tendencies and drug problems before they're even famous. That's the fucking problem. Like that little Xan dude, like he got his name because he was addicted to Xanax before he was even a fucking name.
And he was like, I might change my name. That's the only thing you famous for now, motherfucker.
Yeah, like you almost fucking died from doing drugs. Like Eminem.
I mean, that'd be like Dr. Dre going back and going, no, I'm going to change my album from The Chronic to Aspirin.
Yeah. To ibuprofen.
Little Sudafed.
Yeah, no. Dude, this is what fucking blows me away. At least Eminem did drugs for like 15 years into his career, then decided to have a fucking overdose. I mean, come on.
Because I ran into a cat once where, he'd been rapping for years and years.
Yeah.
And I definitely it's seen him work on different projects over the years. And I'm talking early double O's,
right?
And then 10 years later, they're doing a documentary, and I'm just like, well, what the fuck really happened?
like failure?
Nobody want to do a goddamn documentary on me. I mean, at least I have some longevity.
I mean, that shit, a documentary on you would be actually interesting.
I mean, because goddamn, at least I'm not dissing. Actually, I do have to come out and diss. And and most motherfuckers that would be offended by this don't listen this deep into the episode. But I am offended because last Sunday,
yeah,
they pulled together like it was Hip Hop Day or whatever. You saw that, yeah. Well, They pulled OG1 was nice enough to pull together the greatest DJs from Portland, and I just didn't get a call.
Hey, I'm gonna revert back to Eminem. Why be a king when you could be a god?
I guess so. I guess you didn't expect Jesus to show up.
They didn't want you to fucking come in moonwalking on water.
Nah. I mean, but I'll tell you like this. Now, I don't like to put motherfuckers too in my business like this, but let's get personal. I'm the only motherfucker that ever bought a house just doing club gigs. Y'all motherfuckers had to go out and do weddings, bar mitzvahs, and all sorts of shit. I showed up at the club and got drunk and played music and bought a fucking house. Shit. So who's losing there? Greatest of all time.
And who's got his own t-shirt press in his own house? Get some.
Yeah. I just had to get real personal right there because I'm just like, goddamn. Well, okay. Well, I didn't do anything for hip hop,
dude. Speaking of getting personal, so I'm out at the club the other night, and
wow, me too.
Well, last night, as a matter of fact.
Wow, me too.
So stop stealing my thunder. So I'm out
like thunder.
Yeah, my thunder, lightning and the thunder.
Boy, that's a new pour some sugar on me. Boy, well, you white people lose your fucking minds in that song. Come on.
That is the Hype Podcast phrase that pays. Pour some sugar on me.
Yeah.
If you heard the Hype Podcast phrase that pays, hit us up 503-776-0167 and get an Oh So Fresh and the Hype Podcast prize pack, courtesy of the Hype Podcast. But so check this out. I'm out last night just for a minute. I just went and cruise around. I wasn't even drinking. I mean, a holiday weekend. I wanted to be responsible.
Yeah.
I just rolled down to the club and I hear this, yo, Special K. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Because you know what that means. When they call me by my old radio name, it's somebody from the old radio days.
Yeah.
And so I'm literally just walking through, just kind of, saying what's up to a few people. And, hey, Special K, what up, brother? How's it going? And you know who calls me brother all the fucking time? Good old Danny boy. He's like, yeah, what's up, man? He's fucking,
Dancing Dan.
Yeah, Dancing Dan. He's giving me the fucking secret handshake and the fucking double hug. And I'm like, dude, people are going to think we're gay. Stop it. So
I feel bad. I don't know the secret handshake.
No, neither did I. I was like, went to shake his hand like a fucking adult.
You know the secret handshake? It's a firm handshake.
For the record, I did not get hard. But no, so we're sitting there and we're just chatting away, catching up. Hey, how's life? Blah, blah, blah. And he's like, yo, let's take a picture for Facebook, man. And I was like, hey, listen, little homie. I can't have you telling on me on Facebook out here. Like, I really can't have you just posting my business out there for no fucking reason. Like, if it was an event, it's all good. And he's like, oh, okay. You know him getting that disappointed falsetto. Okay.
It's a good rule for Facebook. Don't take pictures of people you know.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's kind of my gig.
I posted a picture on Facebook last night. I wasn't even in it.
No, dude, I can't, there's too much shit going on. Like I've had people tell on me on Facebook, like, hey, you were out last night. Oh, really? Where were you? I thought you were staying home last night. Like that type of shit. I'm like, nah, I can't go through all that.
Well, I mean, the problem is, like back in the day, I remember times where, and I say times, That's why there's yeah, I drink enough where I'm never on social media because I have a no alcohol social media rule.
Right.
Because in the early days of social media, I was putting out way too many thoughts. But back then I was taking pictures too, and I get a call from my girl. She's like, "Oh, what were you up to last night?" And I was like, "Oh, I was chilling."
Yeah.
I was chilling. I was home. I was mixing because I was doing like a couple different stations then, so I always had shit to do.
Right.
Man, next thing you know, didn't look like you were chilling there. I mean, the caption says chilling, but that doesn't look like your house.
That don't look like chilling.
And who's that bitch?
Yeah, and who the fuck is that bitch? No, I don't know. I think it's really funny because people openly put their business out there, and then they get called out, and they're just like, "Oh no."
But the fucking worst is like, you get called on it. It's one thing to get a call and get called on it.
Yeah.
Why even get called of being called on? Nah, it's called being put on blast when they come onto your post. So, I'm sitting there and I go to this party and I totally ditch out on like a station event.
Right.
And I take a picture of this party. I was like, oh yeah, I was out, good times, blah, blah, blah. And I told my girl that I went to the station event.
Yeah.
So one of my friends from the station was like, "Hey, we missed you at the station event."
Oh God.
I think it was the event where Valerie Day from New Shoes was there or something. It was just like, it was like some big shit. They had the big Clear Channel alcohol luge, the whole fucking deal, and I just kind of skipped out to go do some other shit.
Yeah.
And they're like, "God damn, we missed you at the station event." Then my girl pops up. She's like, "Yeah. How did they miss you at the station event?" I mean, because the deal is, here's the deal, family. I came home the same kind of drunk whether I went to the station event or not. And I have to say, I mean, she tried to make it out like, "Oh, well, it's just a joke between me and you. Nobody else knows."
Right.
That nah, bitch, you look salty.
Yeah.
You come out like
you look like Bill Clinton before Ariana Grande came on at Aretha's funeral.
Because that guy was at the station event.
Right.
He didn't see your punk ass there.
Yeah.
So you bitch, you just look salty all on Facebook. Yeah. I mean, if you want to comment on Facebook, why don't you say the fucking inside jokes and ha ha ha's and tee hee he's? I mean, to be honest with you, I started posting on Facebook this week,
right?
Like a 40-year-old man should, because that's where I'm supposed to post,
right?
And I don't want to comment. Just call me.
Just like my post.
No, but I do have to run it back real quick. This weekend has been crazy because I saw 2 funerals this weekend. Yeah. On television. I don't tend to go to many funerals. I still think that when I walk in, I'm going to burn up. It didn't happen the last time I went to church, but I think when I walk in, because, man, I mean, I'm just the sinner. But so I watched the Aretha Franklin one.
Yeah.
And I didn't watch all of it. Me and my mom were here chilling. We went to Golden Corral. Yeah.
See, that's funny. I'll let you finish in just a second, because I watched part of the John McCain service, and all they could talk about was that picture of Trump playing golf. Like, they weren't even talking about John McCain. They were just like, and our president.
Well, before we get into anything Trumpish, I thought we were going to be Trump free, but no, obviously you're just like the guy I saw rolling down the freeway in a big 4x4 with a Trump 2020 flag. He had a flag, like fully raised, fully erect flag. But anyway,
it was huge.
So I'm watching this Aretha Franklin thing with my mom, and it is. Let's say it's halfway genuine, and as a whole bunch, and half of it's just vaudeville Negroes doing what the fuck they had to do, just shimmying and going on and
getting the Holy Spirit
and loady and all that. But the choir, I do have to say, and don't make this black choir is always good. No, the choir was fucking on point. Shaka Khan came out there. Shaka Khan, hey, bitch, you should learn the word, so I'm going up a yonder. Even I know that. Because if you watch it, the motherfucker's out there with a fan. Yeah. And it has the words to the song. Like when it got to the ad-libs at the end, oh, she totally lost the fucking fan. But when they was going through the verses, she was just like batting herself with the fucking fan. And you're looking out like, this bitch don't know the words.
Like, dude, you got to learn the words. We only know the chorus.
And you still look like you on drugs. So I mean, one of the biggest controversies was the Ariana Grande thing.
Right.
Why was that bitch there? That's a controversy to me.
They were looking at her like a meal from Taco Bell, bro.
You know what? The preacher, the pastor, whatever it was. The pastor had two wrongs on her. He clowned her for her name sounded like a Taco Bell meal, which. Bitch, if you were black, you'd have just took that and kept it pushing.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I mean, I say ill shit like that to people all the fucking time.
It's out of love.
It's all out of love. But then he goes to hug her and then accidentally gropes her. Hey, well, bitch, wear some clothes.
No, he didn't even fucking grope her, dude. From what I saw, he cupped a little bit of like side boob because she fucking hasn't had a sandwich since like 2007.
Yeah.
That's what I saw. If I missed it, I fucking missed it.
Because I saw him do that to everybody.
Yeah.
Dudes, chicks, whatever the fuck. You know? And
he was just checking her lymph nodes.
And bitch, wear some clothes. Yeah, right. I mean, you were the only person there that look that dress didn't even look appropriate for the fucking club.
Yeah. She's like, is this not the VMAs?
I mean,
oh shit.
Dude, you should be lucky they all didn't wave their hands once, because the little draft from them waving their hands would have fucking made your dress fly up. I mean, there was nothing fucking there. And she's with that Saturday Night Live dude. What's his name? Pete Davidson or whatever.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Obviously, the bitch has a little self-esteem.
On that note, Ariana Grande, if you want to come by in that dress, I will not complain.
She does not have grande self-esteem. Because I'm looking at pictures. I'm just like, is that there's more to you. I know you want to be Whitney Houston one day, but that didn't end well.
Hey, but on that note,
hold on.
I'm going to have a La Grande Sunday. Oh, so you already know, so it's about that time to go.
Hold on. Just give me a second. You know what? We'll go, and I'll catch it after the podcast. I'll catch it after.
Fuck you.
Hold up. Wait.
This is the Hype Podcast. I am the host of No Name.
I'm DJ Also Fresh.
And we are kicking it with you every single Sunday right here on the Hype Podcast. Shout out to Fortress Property Management. Hit them up for all your property management needs. It's fortresspropertymgmt.com. Or you can hit them up 503-752-8519. Again, Fortress Property Management. They got the hookup. Go
you
check
got
them out.
The number right.
Or
so, you gotta call. You
can hit up the 503-776-0167. That is the Hype line. Hit us up. Leave us a voicemail. Don't forget the Hype Podcast phrase that pays. Get your Oh So Fresh prize pack. And Oh So Fresh might even tell you where he's at, so you can go listen to him play one day.
Shout out to Richard Jefferson from Cleveland
and Richard Simmons.
No, I'm just saying Richard Jefferson. He won the.
Oh, nice.
He called in. Sorry, I keep forgetting to pull down the calls. Hey, this is DJ Oh So Fresh, and this is the podcast after the podcast. And number one, fuck you for cutting me off. I know we're running a little long today, but you know what? I buy all the goddamn tape, so it doesn't matter. We can go as long as I want to. But I have to say, on Friday, I saw a nice sharing of the black experience to a certain extent, besides the Ariana Grande thing. And then on Saturday, I watched part of the John McCain thing. Man, like, you watch Aretha Franklin's, they trying to raise her from the dead. And you watch John McCain, and they're like, dude, I will stay fucking dead. I'm just saying, like, I want to be a fan, John McCain, but damn, if you hang out with all these soulless motherfuckers, you might as well just go to heaven. So rest in peace to both. This is the Hype Podcast. I'm DJ Oh So Fresh, and I'm out.
Fuck it. We'll do it live.
Oh my god. Oh, dude, that was 30 minutes of fucking pure platinum funk right there. Oh.